It is automatic that when someone curses you, you may respond with anger. You may perhaps give a blast and break his jaw also perhaps. But then if you are elevated like Buddha, for example, with a high level of awareness, it's all right. I think today we are in a very typical situation, very different from many generations before. I don't know if you have earlier seen the ad. It was by Squibb Bristol Laboratories in US, and they were manufacturing stress taps. And each time they advertised the stress taps, they portrayed it as if you are burning a candle on both ends and your life is also like that, take stress taps. These days, I don't think we are burning on two ends. We are burning on all possible ends and creating so much of, I think, drain, like a phone battery. If you have many apps running on your phone, your battery will get discharged very fast. Like that, when our energies are moving, our attentions are in many directions, and they consume you actually. That creates a lot of problems at the mental health, emotional health, and finally physical health. I will share a very small story with you, my little encounter I had during one of my visits with my master in Shahjahanpur. It was an interaction I cannot forget. It was with Babuji Maharaj. It was one fine winter morning, and he was seated very comfortably in one of his easy chairs, and I was diagonally across from him, at least 10 feet away. Though we were only two, I chose to stay very far so as not to disturb with my presence there. I was just seated, and he points at me and does ishara, means hints like this, come. So I get up and go towards him, and I sit near his feet. And what he does was very remarkable. Since it was a winter morning, his skin was very dry. So with his nail, he drew a line on his upper palm, and he asks me, you see, this is a water canal. I say, yes, Babuji. Then he drew another line from that line, and he said, do you understand? I said, no, Babuji. Then he drew third line. He said, now there are 3 water lines, and the power of water is reduced. Now do you understand? I say, yes, Babuji. So we have a very limited mental resources. We need to use them wisely. So we have to prioritize what is my priority at the moment. We should not do more than 2 things at a time. One thing is whatever we are doing in a daily work, professionally or vocationally. But the most important thing I should be doing is keeping my heart connected with the fine spiritual condition that I have acquired after the morning meditation. That should become my primary act. And whatever I do professionally or vocationally is my secondary act. So while performing my inner contacts, while maintaining that inner context, I can perform all other activities. In the beginning, I know it will be difficult. But try it like this, learn from young children. And one beautiful example that comes to my mind is when we train our children how to use a bicycle. We don't give them bicycle immediately. We give them four-wheeler, two big ones and two small ones to support. And then on top of that, we also support them with our hands, and we walk and they pedal. And time comes when we remove the supporting wheels, then they are on the three wheels, and then they are on two wheels. And then a time comes, they're able to ride a bicycle, going to school, going to meet their friends. When they're riding bicycle with their friends, they let go of their hands also and drive singing. But the paddling is the main activity. They are not aware, but their mind, their subconscious mind, is not aware of paddling. It becomes a secondary act, though it is primary. Singing with friends, talking to friends while bicycling, it becomes their main thing. So like that, we can maintain our inner poise, our centeredness, and continue doing, let's say if you have children in the house, attending to them, cooking in the house, or doing your professional or whatever vocation you may have. And you'll be able to see how your energies are well utilized at that time. Not more, not less, but exact amount of those you are injecting in the form of energy. Because since you meditate, a pre-meditative mind can plan things better. Maybe you must have heard a term called premeditated murder. Right? You see how well they plan? And we, with the help of God or with the help of the divine, we can even plan better than a murderer. Right? We can plan our life in such a way that it becomes really, really worthwhile. People should feel jealous what a lovely life they are leading. There is no stress. What for? When the Almighty God is within our heart and we are experiencing it all the time, why must I drain my batteries? I often used to think that if the soul that was separated from the source is born many times and goes back, if it has to attain the same condition again, then where is the fun? You came with certain potency. Let us see, you came with X potency and returned back with X potency. There is no fun in it. I think it's a foolish game being played out by God. And I send you, go and come back as clean as I sent you. Right. But you have to, through our sadhana, through our practices, let that X be multiplied many a times. Life after life, we can increase the potency of our soul. The biggest problem with Hinduism is this, that soul is changeless. It's an assumption. Soul is completely pure. So if it is completely pure, then why need you to purify it further? Why should you? So the idea, as Mark says, let that potency with which we descended be incremental. May it grow infinitely. So when you return back, you have that infinite potency. And what is that potency you are carrying yourself with? It is increased level of consciousness, your perceptivity, your responsiveness. They increase. You see, I have defined in a very simple term consciousness. Consciousness can be defined as degree of awareness. To what extent you are aware. That also means to what extent you are unaware. With human beings, we have awareness And also, we have the ability to respond. Tree cannot respond. If you try to cut a branch, it will not respond with another branch slapping you back. So appropriate response is also required with that's why the elevated consciousness we enjoy. But often our responses towards the loved ones are often erratic. People, parents for example, how we respond to them, see. We are hijacked by our own emotions and our own temperament and our ego and reject their suggestions often. And the relationship gets spoiled. From a parent's side, it's always good, but from child's side, the child remains tormented. Why did I, do such a thing? And often, if it gets repeated, then the relationship can really get spoiled, unfortunately. See, so the kinds of responses we carry out in life. So not only to perceive things, but to appropriately respond to various situations. That makes us human. And how to take this further, more and more towards it, say. It is automatic that when someone curses you, you may respond with anger. You may perhaps give a blast and break his jaw also, perhaps. But then if you are elevated like Buddha, for example, with a high level of awareness, it's all right. He is cursing me, that is his problem, it's not my problem. Right? So with that understanding, you'll remain silent and you will remain in your blissful state. So we need to increase that. Our level of awareness, level of understanding, level of responsiveness under all situations, you see. And that increases the potency of our soul that we cherish so much. It gives us life. And we owe that much. Your father gives you, let us say, $1 million. And after 50 years, if he's still alive, you have to give the account to Papa and say, here is $1 million. He'll be very unhappy. In 50 years, at the rate of depreciation, it has already become negative. You must multiply it. What has been given to you must be multiplied. Same thing, the soul and its potency, whatever has been given, it must multiply, otherwise there is no purpose. So you can understand a purpose of life from many angles. Do the best you can under all situations, and whatsoever you do, do it with your heart. Then you'll flourish. Of course, there are times when you are emotionally drained out and say, okay, enough, I'm tired and I'm depressed and I feel like crying. That's also part of our existence. Nothing wrong in crying. Nothing wrong in feeling sad at times. It's okay.